Warning, the following episode contains content not suitable for younger viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Wait, what? Hey, you get back here! You don't just walk through me like that. Oh, whatever. Hello, fellow YouTubers, and welcome back to Mass Effect 3. On the last episode, we touched down on the Citadel, went to Huerta Memorial Hospital, and saw Dr. Chakwas and Dr. Michelle, who we haven't seen since Mass Effect 1, recruited Dr. Chakwas back onto the Normandy. Don't you dare walk through me again. Hey, stop that. Quit being intangible. Yeah, but then we went and saw Ashley, saw how she was doing. She's still unconscious, but apparently she's doing good-ish. Like Dr. Michelle said she can go either way, but I hope for the best. But then we headed up to the embassies where we found out how to get side quests, listened in on a couple more conversations, and then went to go see the council, who pretty much just said, screw off humans. We're busy with our own stuff, so you just need to go sit there with all your own stuff and try and last as long as you can while we build our own defenses. But despite that, the Turian counselor, Sparatus, basically said, if you go help one of our guys on Palaven, he'll be inclined to help you later on, and that'll greatly help the humans out later on. So that's what we're going to be doing after we explore the Citadel. And after we explore Normandy, which we're going to be doing, I think, next episode. This episode is going to be the walkthrough of, we're going to be walking through the entire Citadel. We've already done the embassies, and we've already done Huerta Memorial Hospital, and we've done every single room so far in this area. There's 3 things left I think we can do on the embassies, including this room right here, which is the Spectre office, so we can finally go in here.
Spectre status recognized.
Yeah, better recognize. So right here is a target practice that you can do. I think there might be an achievement related with this. Don't quote me on that. I think I'm pretty sure there is. You get infinite ammo in there. But right here we get a console right here. And this is our information processing center. We can use this to determine whether or not we want to do certain things with our Spectre status. And we can get some information on things like how the Quarian fleet is apparently they instead may be preparing for conflict with Geth. Oh boy, we told them not to do that during Tally's loyalty mission last season. Yeah, but we can also right here, Spectre Requisitions. We can once again buy some new Spectre weapons, like the Black Widow and the Wraith, which is, I think this is a shotgun, a sniper rifle, and a heavy pistol. But if you notice the prices, they are, boy, spendy, and we only have 31,000 credits. We're going to need to triple the amount of credits we have. So we're not going to be coming back here for a while. We're going to be checking this every single time we come back to the Citadel, because periodically there's going to be some new things on the information database that we can actually make choices with. But for now, we're just going to head back down here. There's 2 more things we can do. One should be probably standing right by that window, and yes, he is. We head up to this window. We'll deal with this later.
Commander Shepard. Commander, people of the Alliance have questions.
Shut up.
Hey, Commander. Liara told me the Council's not interested in helping us.
Something like that.
Why would they? Look at this place. There's no war here. People are whispering about it. They're talking about it, but they don't really believe it.
I take it this is your first time here? With the elite of the galaxy?
I've been to the Citadel, but never up here on the Presidium. It's not right. It looks pretty, calm and peaceful. But it's not right. It's all just an illusion.
It was peaceful. Once.
But was it? Really? I mean, when push comes to shove, they're just gonna turtle up. Hope it don't hit them too, right? They'd rather believe in this than face the truth.
I can hardly believe it myself. Like everything back on Earth was some kind of nightmare.
Yeah. That's what I hate most. It's like this place wants you to forget that.
So, you still want to go back to Earth?
Hell yeah, but
But
you were right. So was Anderson. We can't stop them alone. Besides, looks like you're gonna have your hands full convincing these pendejo politicians to help us. And I'm up for it. Whatever it takes.
Glad to hear it.
I'm gonna head down to some of the lower levels where they keep it real. You got some spare time? You should come and find me.
Maybe I'll do that.
Well, at least James is I tried to say sticking around and staying around at the same time. Didn't exactly work, but he's still going to be part of our team. I don't actually think it's possible for James not to be part of your team. But let's go deal with Miss
Commander
Al-Jawani.
Shepard. Commander, the people of the Alliance have questions. Commander Shepard, Khaleesa bint seen in Al-Jawani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Khaleesa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying. But I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
So, War Acid updated. I will talk about that more next episode when we're on the Normandy. But Al-Jawani is probably one of the funniest running gags in Mass Effect, especially if you go the Renegade route. Basically, what happens, like what would have happened in Mass Effect 1, we could have punched her. In Mass Effect 2, we could have punched her if we would have picked the Renegade route. You saw there was a Renegade option there. We could have punched her again. However, this time, she would have been smarter, and she would have ducked. But then I think we would have sucker punched her in the gut, and she would have just fallen over, collapsed. So she would have missed. She would have dodged the first punch, but we'd get her on the rebound and just knock her out. But we didn't do any of the punching in any of the Mass Effect games. We did the Paragon option. She is now part of our team. She's not going to be on the Normandy, but she's part of our team now. She's a friend, despite the fact that she pretty much threatened to be with everything in Mass Effect 1 and 2. But see if we actually have the options now to go to different floors.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination.
And we don't. So I don't exactly know what I need to do.
Areas tagged at 1 moment, please.
Let's just head back up to the docks and see if we can do anything from here. This might be the Normandy episode. Because I don't think we can actually go down to the other floors, at least yet.
Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Alright, how about now? Can I just turn around and...
Welcome, Commander
Nope,
Shepard.
nothing still.
Please
Alright,
select
so
a
we can't do
destination.
any of that stuff yet. We're gonna have to wait. But... well, that's kind of disappointing. I thought we could do it right away. But like I said, well, we could at least show off the map. In fact, I don't think it shows off. Yeah, it only shows off the 3 places we've been to. So right there, Dr. Michelle and Ashley still at the Huerta Memorial Hospital. Commander Bailey's in his office. Counselor Udina's in the council room. Spectre office, embassy office's office suite, which is... oh, we saw that. And then Normandy docking bay. We still have that Diana Allers that we have to do. So let's actually find her. And she is right there. And she is...
Can't say when we're deploying or where or why.
But you're on the Normandy, right? I saw it dock. It was last seen on Earth. Did Commander Shepard escape? He did, didn't he? So why would he be here unless he's seeing the Council?
Ma'am, I can't talk about that.
You don't have to. Commander Shepard.
What's going on here?
Commander, just who I was looking for. Diana Allers, Alliance News Network. I think we can help each other.
I suppose you want an interview.
Even better. I'm a military reporter with the show called Battle Space. We're carried on just about all Council planets. My producers want me embedded on a human ship, and I want that ship to be the Normandy.
Why would I want that?
Wars can be won or lost in the editing room, and this war needs to be won. I've got Alliance security clearance and operate without a crew. You get veto power over the segments I file. Can you handle an arrangement like that? Or do I keep looking?
Tell your producers yes, for now. We'll see how it works out. Report to the ship as soon as possible. Any questions?
How much gear can I bring?
1 foot locker.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Oh, Ensign Copeland just left too. So, Diana Allers is actually someone that's going to be on the Normandy. And there's War Asset again. Which I will actually explain this episode instead of next episode. Hold on. What is going to happen when I get on the Normandy? I don't think what I think is going to happen is going to happen. Huh. I have a very bad feeling about what's about to happen in this episode. Something that I did not expect. Let me quickly check something. Ah, screw it. Let's just walk in blind. Woohoo! I know something special's about to happen, but I don't want to know what happens after that. Actually, I kind of do.
Liara, can I help you?
I've been forwarding the Turian Counselor information on the Prothean device. It can't be built without Council support, but he's not budging until their Primarch is safe.
I know.
Are you all right?
I didn't get what you'd call a good night's rest.
There's more to it than that, isn't there? What's really bothering you?
When the Reapers hit, I could hear people screaming in the streets below me. We left a lot of them behind.
There's no way for you to save them all. But I know you're doing everything you can, and you'll get back there in time to help.
I hope you're right.
Don't blame yourself, Commander.
Commander Shepard? I'm Specialist... Oh. I beg your pardon. I thought you were alone.
I was just leaving.
Commander Shepard, I'm Comm Specialist Samantha Traynor with Alliance R&D. I was part of the team retrofitting the Normandy after you turned it over to the Alliance. There weren't many of us aboard when the Reapers hit.
Slow down, Specialist Trainer. You're doing fine.
Thank you. I worked in a lab. I never thought I'd be serving on a ship.
Why don't you tell me about the retrofits?
The ship's in line with Alliance regs now, and it has new, top-of-the-line quantum entanglement communicators. In fact, Admiral Anderson had intended to use the Normandy as his mobile command center.
That's no longer an option.
Yes, I heard he chose to stay and fight. In any event, I'm honored to serve under you, Commander. For as long as you need me, that is. They only sent me here to oversee the retrofits.
Shepard, some of our systems require further testing, and Specialist Trainer has been extremely effective during installation. I would prefer that she remain.
Got it, Edie.
Wait, since when does a virtual intelligence make requests?
Edie's an AI. Fully self-aware.
Oh, I knew it. I knew Joker was lying.
Jeff requested that I pretend to be a simple VI to protect myself. I apologize for the deception.
Thanks, ED, and I apologize for all those times I talked about how... attractive your voice was. Anyway, shall I give you a tour? I think you'll be impressed by the new upgrades. In the CIC, you'll find the galaxy map where you can set the Normandy's destination. You can also check your messages at your private terminal. The War Room houses a strategic command center for mission-specific intel and war analysis. The shuttle bay contains an armory where you can modify your equipment between missions. Finally, Liara has set up a lot of hardware down in the old XO office on Deck 3. I think she's claimed that room. And there you are. Still the same ship as before, it just flies Alliance colors now. Speaking of which, I believe Admiral Hackett would like to speak to you at the VidCom.
Commander, Udina updated me on your meeting with the Council. Sounds like they're running scared.
We did present them with a lot of unknowns. They're feeling threatened and want immediate solutions, not theories.
Theories are all we've got right now. What's your plan?
I'm trying to get the Turian Primarch for a summit meeting with the Asari and Solarians. I'll bypass the Council and appeal directly to their leadership.
That's good, I like it. This is where we start laying the groundwork for our counterattack.
Unfortunately, we don't have a whole lot to back it up right now.
Then build alliances. Gather everything and everybody you can for the cause.
What about the Prothean device?
Find me people who can help build it, and if you can't, I'll take ships, soldiers, supplies, whatever you can get. We need to keep hitting the Reapers across every theater of war they open. Buy us time to figure out the device.
And when it's finished?
Assuming it ever is, we pool all our resources. Think of it as a giant armada for delivering the device, when the Reapers are most vulnerable. The stronger you can make that armada, the better the chances of punching through.
What about Earth, sir?
We'll just have to hope Anderson, and what's left of the Alliance forces, can hold out until we've dealt with the enemy.
I understand.
Good. Then make it happen, Commander. I'll be expecting regular updates on your progress. Hack it out.
Oh, thank God, we actually get to explore the Normandy. Okay, so let's look at the map very quickly, because you're going to notice a couple things that are going to be different. For instance, this is the second floor of the Normandy. As you can see, number 1, bridge, that's where Joker is. 2 is where Specialist Trainer is. She takes over for Kelly. Kelly is not dead. We'll find her later on in the game. But 3 and 4 certainly look a little bit different, especially from what the floor plan looked like before. Remember the office and the lab and the armory that was on the second floor? Yeah, those don't exist anymore. Instead, we have the VidCom room, the war room, which is right behind us, and a couple of hallways. I think, yeah, you'll see it. We'll be going there. But let's see. So the first floor is the exact same as it was before, pretty much. Number 1's where our personal terminal is at. 2 is where the fish tank is. 3 is where our armor locker is at. You can see where our bed is, where we had our ooky spooky nightmare. And we'll show off the 3rd floor when we actually get to it. Because the first thing I want to show off there is something that we see almost immediately. But this is the war room. It's very different. There are a lot of computers scattered around here, and you're going to be seeing characters pop in and out at these places for each stage of the war that we're going to be going through. And I say stages of the war because it's going to be progressing very slowly. But right here's the war terminal. If we use this thing, this is what the war assets are. So, as you see, we have 655 points of our war assets. If we go to this, we can see everything, like our Alliance Engineering Corps are at 130. Our 103rd Marine Division is at 100. We pretty much just get like a thing about these. If we go to like the Alliance First Fleet, if you see the updated, because we chose to save the Council in Mass Effect 1, their number is a little lower than it would have been in in this game. Had we chosen to have the Alliance ships wait until the Destiny Ascension was exploded and then go in, this number would be higher. Same thing I think goes for the 3rd Fleet. And the 5th Fleet, actually, yeah, same thing. So all of these ones, basically, they just lost points because we chose to save the Council. So that was that issue. We chose to save the Council, but we lost points in Mass Effect 3. Here's Diana Allers, who gave us 5 points. The Normandy is right here. As you see, we have, because of the Thanix cannon that we installed in Mass Effect 2, because of the armor that we installed in Mass Effect 2, the shields that we installed in Mass Effect 2, the number's a little higher than what it would have been. Then we have mineral resources. It is a full 100. It's why I wanted to keep all our minerals at above what we ended the game off with, which I think was, I want to say in the hundreds, in the 100,000s. Otherwise, we would have gotten like, I think 25. We got a full 100 because of all that. And there's Kalisa. And she's already doing her job, so I think she already got a little bit of a boost. But if you notice in the bottom corner, the bottom left corner, it says total military strength, readiness rating, and effective military strength. So even though we only have 655 points, our readiness is only at 50%. We're only half ready. So because of that, it split it in half, and it's at 327. And underneath it is a bar. There's a blue bar, a gray bar, and then a line for the rest of the bar. Basically, what we just need is we need that blue bar to surpass that line. That's the minimum requirement for the end of the game. Granted, the more bar that is full, the better the ending is going to be. So that's what the gray bar is. The gray bar is what the bar could be, but the blue bar is what it actually is because of that effective readiness. To raise that, here's the theater of war. This is why it's at 50%. All of the stages of the war, all the places in the galaxy are currently at 50%. So like there's the inner council space, which is where the Citadel is at. Terminus systems, which is pretty much where we spent the entirety of Mass Effect 2. Earth systems, which is where Earth and all its colonies are at. Outer council space, which is where, like, Therum, or, yeah, no, not, what's Therum? No, where Ilium and other planets are at, like Solarian homeworld, Turian homeworld, Asari homeworld. And then there's the Atkin Traverse right here, which pretty much covers everywhere that we were in Mass Effect 1. So, there's 5 different theaters of this war. The only way to raise these is to play multiplayer, and I'll explain that a little bit more way later in the game. I might actually show off a game of multiplayer to do this, but basically, in multiplayer, the multiplayer kind of ties in with the story, and depending on what theater, you can choose a theater of war to do for the multiplayer, or you can choose to just go straight galactic theater, and it'll raise those numbers ever so slightly. Like, I think it's 2 to 4% if you pick the entire galaxy, and it's like 7-10% if you choose a certain spot. Although this is my numbers are being based off of what they were at launch, since I haven't played multiplayer since launch. So there are a lot of things in multiplayer that I do not know about. Although the multiplayer was very fun, and I was actually pretty good at it for the time. But that's enough of the war room. We've spent enough time talking about this area and the vid room. Let's actually explore the rest of the Normandy finally. This is going to be a very long episode if you didn't already notice. First things first, however, as you can see, here's the desk that we had in Mass Effect 2. It's now moved in here. This is now the conference room, where this was the old lab. But if we head over here, we can see there's something right here. Model Alliance shuttle. But I don't get a pop up. There it is. So they decided when they were retrofitting the Normandy to take all my models out of my bedroom and put them in random places. So I gotta find them all, which sucks. I'd rather just keep them all there.
I can't believe the Council won't help. Come on, Sarah. If Thestia was lost and Earth hadn't been touched yet, you can be damn sure we'd be guarding our own borders.
Welcome to the 2 most annoying people in the game. I'm pretty sure it is almost unanimous that people hate these two people just because of this. And the fact that every single time you enter this room, you have to talk with them. Basically, this is just a security checkpoint that no matter how many times they know you're Shepard, you have to go through this, and it's basically just a loading screen. But here is the CIC. It is a lot darker than it was in Mass Effect 2.
Commander, the Alliance has found a new Cerberus lab on Sanctum. Admiral Hackett would like you to investigate.
Oh, thank you. So
Commander, you've got a new message at your private terminal.
She just gave us an assignment, and she also told us that we have messages at our terminal. So let's head up here. There's now a door here, although technically there was a door here in Mass Effect 2 in the original Normandy at the beginning when it was being shot by the collectors, I think. But yeah, there's now a door here to separate. You can also go back into the airlock if you so wish. I'm in the airlock. Oh well. And they must have finally put like a... No, there's nothing there. Never mind. Hello, Joker. Wow, this looks a little bigger than it was in Mass Effect 2.
Hey, Commander. You know, I had my doubts about the Council. But after years of ignoring your warnings, they're finally willing to step up and tell you they just can't help.
They're doing everything they can.
Did they at least validate our parking? Well, let me know if you want me to get them on the channel and then hang up on them. You know, for old time's sake.
That he's just referencing what could have happened in Mass Effect 1, where if he chose to just simply hang up on them whenever they were messaging us, telling us about what we did on Novaria and Pharos and on Vermeer. But something that's different in Mass Effect 3 than in Mass Effect 2 is that if you talk with them again after they like give you like their little special talk, is that you won't get into a cutscene with them. They'll just talk like people on the Citadel. Like, watch this.
Commander. Commander.
All right, he's just going to repeat Commander because he's done talking with us. So basically, if we just want to get any other information out of him, we're just going to have to wait a little bit and then talk with him again, and he'll just say something without looking at us or without having the choice wheel popping up. This door got turned into a closet. Man, they weren't really done with this. Granted, it can fly, so not that much. So here's our private terminal. We can look at our tactical mastery, which doesn't really do anything. We can also go to our squad, which we can't really do right now since we only have two squad mates to choose from. Holy crap. Okay, well, let's go through these one by one. First things first. I have a priority mission for Eden Prime, which is a DLC mission, and we'll be doing that later. I have an upgrade waiting, so I can get an upgrade at Dr. Tassoni's office from Glyph, and if you don't remember, Glyph was the little VI that the Shadow Broker had. I also got a welcome back gift, which looks like they just got me a article of clothing. This one's just telling us pretty much the exact same thing that Spectre thing told us. Looks like Liara Tassoni found me a new sniper rifle that can go in my weapons locker. And some N7 grade weapons. Most of these are DLC. Like the weaponry, the sniper rifle, the welcome back gift. I think the upgrade is one of them, and Eden Prime is a DLC. Armor is one. A group of Alliance soldiers who used to be stationed at Rhode Island. The armor called Reckoner's Night. This is a special DLC that you could have only gotten had you played I think that's the Kingdom of Olimar Reckoning DLC demo disc, I think, or just demo, because that came out slightly at the same time as Mass Effect 3, and if you played that, or at least got something in the demo, you would have gotten this. Also got a dog. This is just saying that we are under Reaper attack, and this is just a warning that just went out to everyone. And this just says that I was reinstated, and I am authorized, thank you. Special Ops. And that's the exact same thing that Specialist Trainer just told me about at Sanctum, which is a side mission quest that we'll be getting to later. But let's use the elevator. We have the 5 floors. I mean, we added the 5th floor from Mass Effect 2. So let's head down to... Let's actually start at floor 5 since it's the new one. I guess this is the Normandy episode. It was originally going to be the Explore the Citadel episode. We couldn't do that. So welcome to the shuttle bay. We were only here once in Mass Effect 2. And that was at the very end of the game when that stupid Oculus tried to shoot us from inside our own plane. I think there's something over here, if I remember correctly. Like right back here, there should be. Yes, there's my model freighter. I'm gonna be finding all these models, by the way. I don't care, they're mine. I bought them with my own money. They are mine. Over here is, that's not a work table. The workbench is actually right here. But here's a weapon upgrades store that we can buy. There's also, I think, just a store right here. Which, if we use this, it basically just gives us all the options of the stores that we found on the Citadel. We never actually found the cost of fabrications, but we can buy some upgrades here. Like we can buy, I'm gonna get that. It's already, we already got a new model. So we can upgrade the magazine of our pistol. These are just mods for our weapons. Assault rifle stability, magazine upgrade. That actually won't be too bad. So I'm gonna get that. Increases weapon stability by 30%. Let's just get that too, because we're just gonna be mainly using our assault rifle. And there's gonna be an assault rifle that we get later on that's gonna be helpful. Here's our dog.
Hey there. Hey there.
Hello. Right here we can modify our armor if we so wish, which we are gonna do. I'll modify it off screen. But we can do that there. And here's where we can buy upgrades to our weapons. And by upgrades to our weapons, I mean, if you remember, it said we were at M8 Avenger 1. This allows us to upgrade it to Avenger 2, and we can max it all the way up to Avenger 5. We can basically do this with every single weapon. Up to 5. up to 5. There is an achievement, I think, in the game to get you to 10, and I'm not sure exactly what you need to do for that. Whether or not it's just simply do something or have to play through the game again for a second time. But there's our shuttle, which is called the Kodiak, according to the model. Over here is, well, nothing over there. Here's another, oh, actually, right here. There's my model of the Normandy 1. Here's another shuttle right here. Maybe we have 2 shuttles? This is very reminiscent of the shuttle bait that we had in Mass Effect 1. With Garrus used to be standing right here. Ashley, we used to ignore her over there. Rex used to be by the lockers over here, but instead now we have James is right here. So let's talk with him.
Hey, Shepard. How'd it go with the council?
Same as usual. Non-committal. Unhelpful.
Bet they still wanted you to help them out, no?
Yeah. We're gonna rescue a Turian Primarch from Palaven.
Sounds like fun. Never been to the Turian homeworld. You down here for a reason?
Just came down to talk.
Great. Not sure what there is to talk about. You already know my service record.
I don't, actually. I didn't have access to personnel records when we met.
Right. Forgot about that. Well... Think you can dance and talk at the same time?
I think I can handle it.
Okay, loco. Let's dance.
Don't push your luck, Vega. With age comes wisdom. And rank.
Ha! You sound like my old CO.
Oh yeah? And who was that?
Captain Tony. He was a hard-ass son of a bitch, but a good leader.
Was?
Died. With most of my squad. Protecting a civilian colony from a collector attack.
And the colony?
It was either them, or the intel we had on the collectors. Intel we could have used to destroy them. I chose the intel.
Sorry. That's a tough call.
The best part was, we didn't really need the intel in the end. Because you were out saving the galaxy by taking down the entire collector homeworld.
You didn't know. You can't blame yourself, Vega.
Who says I'm blaming myself?
Just a guess.
You a shrink too?
Nope. But that stunt back on Mars was reckless. You're lucky to be alive.
So?
So? Maybe you don't care if you live or die.
Or maybe... I'm just willing to do whatever the fuck it takes to end this goddamn war.
Maybe you are. But if you're half as good as I think you are, we need you alive.
Thanks for the pep talk.
Anytime.
Hey, thanks for the dance, Loco.
Loco, huh?
I can think of worse things to call you.
Long as you remember who's in charge, you can call me whatever you want.
Oh, I won't forget.
So we get a little bit back, James's backstory. We can also talk with him a couple more times, kind of like what happened with Joker. Same thing will happen. He won't do anything, he'll just stand here and give us the information.
Hey again. What's up?
Never mind! Oh, we have some investigation to do. We'll do that later. Actually, no, let's do this now.
You mentioned a mission you had against the Collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. If you want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that. Next topic?
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yeah. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
So, Cortez, who he's talking about, is someone that we haven't actually seen yet. Well, until now. Cortez is this guy right here, who we can actually talk with.
Lieutenant Steve Cortez, shuttle pilot. Got news about our supply chains, Commander.
Nice to meet you, Lieutenant. What's going on?
Sorry to just jump in, Commander. There's so much to be done, I get caught up in the tasks at hand.
He's always like that. You need to chill out, Esteban.
So you do care, Mr. Vega? Or is that the Cerveza talking again?
So what's happening with our supply chains, Lieutenant?
Alliance procurement chains are in chaos, but the Citadel's economy is still running. I can network to Citadel retailers. You can view inventory and make purchases right from this console.
When I network to a new store, I'll let you know.
It does cost more to coordinate delivery to the Normandy, so it's cheaper to buy supplies when you're there.
So you're my shuttle pilot, but you're setting up procurement chains?
I wasn't assigned as Normandy's pilot. Not much need for one on a dry dock ship. I was overseeing the retrofit of the cargo hold. I'm quite familiar with the operation and maintenance of the UT-47 Kodiak and the M44 Hammerhead. In my experience, it made sense for me to take over as shuttle pilot when we left Earth. Especially given Mr. Vega's love of mid-air collisions.
To save the day, pendejo!
I'm also responsible for logistics, making sure the armory and shuttle are properly stocked and maintained.
Do you maintain this armory?
I share that duty with our illustrious Mr. Vega. Though I believe the only weapon he really cares to maintain is himself.
You know you love the show, Esteban.
The first retrofit we did was to move the armory down from Deck 2. I'm not sure what Cerberus engineers were thinking. Now you get off the elevator, pick your gear, and head right into the shuttle.
Just like the original Normandy.
Welcome back to the Alliance, Commander.
You were stationed on Earth. Do you have family there?
I'm an only child. Lost my parents years ago. I had a husband back when I was stationed at Ferris Fields. The Collectors took out the whole colony. I'd rather not talk about it.
The Kodiak seems a bit different.
Good eyes, Commander. This is the UT-47A Kodiak. It's got an upgraded EZO core and prototype stealth technology based on the Normandy design. For quick drops, I can get you in and out virtually undetected. She flies like a brick, so that's why you need a good pilot.
What happened to the M44 Hammerhead?
It was sent to the tech labs for a retrofit. To afford mobility with such a small EZO core, its design sacrificed armor plating. The lab engineers are trying to improve that. After the Reaper invasion, those labs are probably just a pile of rubble.
How long have you been with the Alliance?
About 10 years. I enlisted in First Fleet serving on the SSV Hawking, flying F-61 Tridents mostly. I love the Trident, and practically dances in low atmo. I spent as much time tinkering on my bird as flying her. Got a bit of a reputation.
So, you can fly fighters and fix them?
Yeah, and I got a knack for procurement too. They were grooming me for CAG, but my skill set made me more valuable commanding a flight deck. They assigned me to the Normandy retrofit team about 5 months ago to oversee all cargo bay modifications.
Keep up the hard work, but don't kill yourself.
Yes, Commander.
Cortez is cool. He's one of the... kind of like... What happened in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1 with human characters? They were just introducing people. Like Caden and Ashley. And me, technically. In Mass Effect 2, they did a little bit better on making the human characters a little bit more interesting compared with the aliens of the galaxy. But the two humans that we've seen so far in Mass Effect 3 that they introduced, James and Cortez, are pretty good. I like their characters. I like Cortez a lot. So let's head up to engineering right now. It's already been 41 minutes. Holy crap, it's dark outside. Oh, it's already 9:30. Holy crap. I better finish recording this. So, over here is where the starboard cargo used to be. This is where Zaid used to be. Instead, this is where Diana Allers is here. And so we can talk with her if we want. Basically, if we simply talk with her now, you either get the option to say she's doing a good job or kick her off. Also, the trash place is gone. Oh, whatever. This is her little studio right here. Whatever. Other door over there is currently locked because we can't go in there yet. That's where Grunt used to be. And down there you can see Cortez, and you can probably see James from here. Other than that, nothing. We can go down here back to where engineering pretty much is unchanged from Mass Effect 2. Just the lighting's a little bit different. Oh, there's something here that I want to get, by the way. Let's see, where is it? Right there. Haha! Got it! Space hamster! Take that! So, for some reason, our space hamster that we bought managed to escape its little thing, and it's been living in the engineering deck ever since we landed back on Earth. Picked up a Turian cruiser, got the Shadowbroker ship. Right there's Sovereign. This is where Jack used to be. The bed's still here. The table's still here. And our space hamster's down here. I like how it's called a space hamster. And it's not just a hamster, it's a space hamster. Gabby and they're both gone. I never remembered his name, which makes me feel like a jerk. Like, I remember, I thought it started with a D. Gabby and something or other. I hate myself. All right, but we're gonna see a familiar face from Mass Effect 1 here.
Commander, welcome back to the Normandy. Or maybe you should be saying that to me.
Engineer Adams, what are you doing here?
I was put in charge of the drive core retrofits. My experience on the Normandy SR-1 made me an obvious choice.
So, what do you think of our SR-2?
She's incredible. If there's one nice thing I can say about Cerberus, it's that they know how to build a ship. And about that, Cerberus, I mean, I owe you an apology.
How so?
Back when you got this ship, Dr. Chalk was contacting me, asking me to help with your mission against the Collectors. I refused. I didn't have your back, and I'm sorry for that.
Why didn't you join us?
I saw what happened to you when the Normandy went down. I didn't trust that it was really you, and I certainly didn't trust Cerberus. Also, as an officer of the Alliance, I don't just leave my post, you know?
Your Alliance first. That's the way it should be.
Thank you, Commander. Glad to be aboard.
What do you think of Edie?
We had a good talk during the retrofit. A little strange at first, talking shop with an AI.
AI? I thought Edie posed as a VI to keep the likes of you from unplugging her.
Yeah, but I saw through her. Have you seen her hardware? Processing power is off the charts. And then there were the problems that kept fixing themselves. If I hadn't had her pegged, I would have sworn I was losing it.
You never expressed any skepticism, Lieutenant Adams.
I figured I'd better play it safe with the Cerberus AI, Edie. No offense.
None taken. As long as you keep your fingers out of my cognizance processors.
In the beginning, I tried disconnecting her from key processes without giving myself away. Easier said than done. But Joker seemed to trust her, and in time I saw her advantages. Even grew to like her.
Does the new Normandy stack up to the old SR-1?
Stack up. It blows the old ship away. The Tantalus drive core has been completely overhauled. The SR-2 might be nearly twice the size, but the new drive core is 3 times bigger. This ship can fly. That said, Cerberus isn't too high on safety. If pushed past her limits, this core would vent into engineering. Guess it gives my team incentive to keep her well balanced during a firefight.
Do your job or get vaporized.
Pretty much. I noticed you upgraded the kinetic barriers with cyclonic technology. Should help reduce the draw when under missile fire.
Hopefully that means fewer vaporized engineers?
The IES stealth system is significantly improved. It can handle a higher blue shift of our emissions.
And that means?
We should be able to drop out of FTL without triggering every sensor in range. Very handy for stealth reconnaissance. All in all, the Normandy is a marvel of engineering.
Is your family okay?
My parents are serving on Viridian Zenith, an Alliance agricultural vessel. My sister is a navigator on the SSV Benjamin Davis. Happy to report that both vessels are safely under Hackett's command.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
Adams is fun. We didn't really talk with him a lot in Mass Effect 1 because that was before we started talking with people. Like, we just tried to go through Mass Effect 1 as quickly as possible. But that only leaves us with the crew deck left. The biggest deck of all. I don't even think we can get in half the rooms. The only people that we can really talk to on here are Chakwas and Liara. But right away you're going to see this. This is the memorial wall. Every single person that's been a part of the Normandy that has died is listed on this wall. For example, we can probably see Charles Presley, who was Navigator Presley in Mass Effect 1. And you can also find Caden Alenko. He's the one that's right underneath Helen Lowe and Marcus Greco. All these people are part of the... All these people were the ones that died on the Normandy SR-1, and they're the ones that we recovered the dog tags from in Mass Effect 2. Elias Crosby sounds like a very familiar name, but I don't know why. Obviously, Caden Alenko is a very familiar name, and Presley was someone that we kind of talked with a little bit. But that just goes to show who we've lost so far in the Mass Effect series. We can actually go in these rooms. Men's bathroom, of course, because I'm a man and I can go in there. Unfortunately, I can't go in the women's bathroom because it's actually locked for me. Here's the observation deck. This is where Kasumi was at. It's now been turned into, like, well, the bar's still here, just like it was in Mass Effect 1. Whatever this thing is still here. This might be like a game console or something in the future. But it also has a little poker table now, which is kind of cool. I don't think we'll be playing poker, though, and open thing for no reason. The life support is pretty much the exact same as it was in Mass Effect 2. Give me that. Except that the window has been completely paved over because we don't necessarily need to go see... We don't need to see the engineering or the giant drive core. This room should be the exact same. This is the crew quarters. Hello. Once again, window completely covered up because you don't need to see it. And then there's the observation deck, which is like pretty much the exact same as it was in Mass Effect 2 as well. Books over here you can read. All the chairs are scattered around. This is basically just like a relaxation area. No Samara, though. This also is pretty much the same, just like before. A table right here where people can eat. Another table here where people can eat. No mess sergeant here, however. Gardner is gone. We barely talked with him. We only talked with him a little bit. Up here is the main battery. This is a little different than what it was in Mass Effect 2. For instance, we can only just go right here from Mass Effect 2, but now we can go all the way down here, and we can go all the way down here. So that's different. Other than that, nothing really changed here. And then there's the infirmary right here with Dr. Chakwas still in there. Hello. And then there's the AI core, which is right behind her just again. Which is currently holding. This is currently holding the robot that we found on Mars, the one that beat Ashley up. Yeah, that's still here. We're going to talk with Dr. Chakwas later. We don't need to talk with her right now, but right here is something that we can use to reassign our power bonuses, and this if we want to just reassign our powers regardless. So we always have that option. Let's go see Liara's room. Liara's room is pretty much the biggest change in this floor. Because she's where Miranda used to be. Giving us time to load the door.
Commander Shepard, it's a pleasure to see you again.
You're the drone from the Shadow Broker's ship.
Dr. Tassoni now refers to me as Glyph instead of Info Drone, 95% of the time. If you have a moment, I'd like to draw your attention to a terminal in her office. It analyzes information packages. If you find any useful data, I can research upgrades for you.
And what should I be looking for?
I'll inform you if you've found relevant data. When you do, return to this terminal for your choices. In the meantime, Dr. Tassoni would like to speak with you. Have a pleasant day.
Thank you, Glyph. Hello.
Looks like you brought more than just that drone from your ship.
A few things were necessary. I'd be a very silent shadow broker without data feeds.
So you have access to your resources?
What I can get. We'll need it to research this Prothean device. Until we understand precisely what it does, it's far too dangerous to use.
Did the Protheans actually complete this weapon?
You mean, will it work? They wouldn't have poured their last resources into this device if they thought otherwise. But we really need to find out just what kind of weapon they left us.
It'd be nice to know we're not kids playing around with a loaded gun.
Absolutely. The damage it could cause if it backfired is unthinkable. This will be difficult even for us. If something happens on a mission, if either one of us are hurt, I'll always remember that tour of the Normandy. But let's be honest, Shepard, it's been more than a half a year. Should we continue where we left off?
I'd like that more than anything, Liara.
Good. I was getting worried.
There were a lot of reasons I was happy to see you on Mars.
I'd like that list, but later. There's so much left to do. I'm working with EDI. Hopefully we can discover what the Protheans left for us. But I'm looking forward to talking about something other than business. Maybe later?
Okay, we just continued our relationship with Liara again. Also there, you might have seen a couple of weird facial animations. Like their faces weren't lining up with where they should have been looking. That's a glitch that's been happening with Mass Effect 3 ever since the beginning. I know this for a fact because it happened with me when I was playing Mass Effect 3 when it first came out, and I noticed that they wouldn't be looking the correct way sometimes. And I'm not sure if it's still that issue or if it's a completely different issue. Also, these cameras track onto me, or these monitors track onto me. So basically, I always get a look of whatever we're seeing. Although it's currently locked onto Liara, it's not locked onto me. And there we go. So, she has a computer right next to her. This is her broker terminal.
This terminal contains non-essential correspondence from your allied forces. Dr. Tassoni has granted you access.
So this just right here just tells us a history of what she knows about the Protheans, and then what Farron has gotten back. This is a terminal we can use to get intel. We actually have an upgrade for this. So I can either choose the armor mod kit, that's the upgrade I get. So I can either pick ammo capacity bonus, which raises my ammo capacity by 5%, or I can pick shields 5%. Let's actually do ammo capacity. My shields are going to be fine. I'm going to be constantly taking damage, and my shields can recharge. But my ammo, if I run out of ammo, it's going to be very annoying. But
enjoy your day.
But that about does it. Also, we kind of interrupted when we talked with Liara, a conversation she was having with Joker. They decided to do something in Mass Effect 3, which is I like, is that they get the squad mates to talk with each other a little bit more. Like, you'll constantly hear, I mean, we just, like I said, we interrupted a conversation between Joker and Liara. Sometimes you'll see something characters won't be in their rooms, which is why this map is so helpful, because it tells us where they are. And look at the map for the second floor, the third floor, here's engineering, and yada yada yada, every single floor. But sometimes another squad mate will be in a different room completely, and they'll be talking with another squad mate who's in a different room completely from where they usually are. And sometimes if you enter, like if you go up with Joker, he might be talking with someone like Liara or one of our later squad mates. But that about does it for this. We've explored the Normandy completely. It's been 56 minutes. Ah, well, if we wouldn't have had the Citadel stuff in the beginning of the episode, this might have been a normal length episode. But because of that, and because we had to put some together, because I could have sworn there was something else we had to do at the Normandy, and now I'm kind of upset that we don't have to. But we managed to get everything packed into one very long episode. I mean, the Normandy episode in Mass Effect 2 was also very long, so deal with it. Exploring the Normandy does take a little bit of time because we have to talk with all the people for the first time. I have to explain what every single room does. Luckily for Mass Effect 3, pretty much some of the rooms are the exact same as they were in Mass Effect 2. But on the next episode of Mass Effect 3, we have, well, not that either. You know, we could do, well, technically we could do either of these now. We can either do Priority Eden Prime, or we can do Priority Palaven. I think we're going to be doing Priority Eden Prime. We're going to be doing our first DLC almost immediately. Granted, this was meant to be done almost immediately, so we're going to be doing Priority Eden Prime. This is going to be a very long episode as well when we finally record it. But until next time, hopefully you enjoy. Just trying to find the spots where they land, because I think they're more. Oh, I jumped into that one. Oh. I don't want to do any speed ups because I did get a comment saying that I shouldn't really do speed ups, or if I do speed ups, I should at least talk to them so that I can have bloopers, which is something that I kind of want to bring back, except for the fact that bloopers mean I failed. Bloopers means I failed at least in some aspect. Oh, and Spyro, quit playing catch with the bomb.